Welcome back, everybody, to the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise here on Madden 21. Today, our Jags have an opportunity to make the Super Bowl. We are here in the AFC Championship, coming off a nice divisional round victory against the Patriots, 27-20. And our opponent is the 6th-seeded Las Vegas Raiders, who have upset both the Chiefs and the Jets en route to make it. The winner of our game will take on either the top-seeded Bucks or the 3-seeded Cardinals. The Raiders are led by former Jacksonville Jaguar Gardner Minshew at quarterback, and we've gone through a lot with Gardner Minshew in this series. At the beginning, we've tried to figure out if he was the franchise guy for us, and the answer was no. We let him go. He signed with the Raiders, and he has totally revitalized his career. This season, he threw for over 4,300 yards, 46 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. He finished second in MVP voting behind Patrick Mahomes, but to be honest, he probably should have won it. This offense has a lot of talented players on it, including running back Josh Jacobs, who is a 99 overall. He's going to be a problem, and a three-headed monster at wide receiver with Henry Ruggs, Popeye Rainwater II, and former Jaguar Dede Westbrook. They also have a pretty deep defense, but they are without two of their X factors in the secondary. Safety Jalen Augustine Jr. and cornerback Paul King are both out for this game. They are also without two of their starting offensive linemen today as well. Unlike the Raiders, we are not currently hit by the injury bug. Casey Shock and Marcel Stokely have both been out the past few weeks, but they are back today, and we have all of our starters fully healthy for really the first time all season. So it really could not have come at a better time that we're all healthy. And let's see if this team has what it takes to get back to the Super Bowl for the second straight season. Welcome to Duval Stadium here in Jacksonville, Florida. I guess the final game of the series played at this stadium, which is kind of surreal. Going to be taking on the Las Vegas Raiders, who finished with a 9-7 record, led by quarterback Gardner Minshew. This is the first time Minshew has ever played against his former team, which certainly is interesting. Can Minshew shock the world and lead the Raiders to the Super Bowl, or will his replacement, Koko Nwosu, lead the charge for the Jags? Jacksonville starting on offense, 3rd and 4. It's a short throw for Daniel Romer for the first down. The Jags have moved the ball down the field pretty slowly. They've already had the ball for about 3 minutes. Haven't really moved too far, but they've also been looking steady. 3rd and 1. It's a play-action fake for Isaiah Sparks. Nwosu scrambling. Deep shot for Njoku. And it is caught out of bounds by Chidobe Awuzie. 4th and 1. The Jags are going to go for it. They're in pretty much like no man's land, so they figure they might as well. And they do get the first down. It's Casey Shock to the 35. Man, it is great to have Casey Shock healthy again. Missed the final, I want to say, 5 regular season games, and he missed the divisional round matchup against the Patriots. 3rd and 7, deep ball for Shock, touchdown, Jacksonville. What a play by Koko Nwosu. He had all day to throw it, waited for someone to get open, and Shock said, screw it. I'm faster than this defensive back. I might as well outrun him. That's exactly what he does, and the Jaguars are on the board. So now we get our first look at Gardner Minshew II and the Raiders offense. 2nd and 5, it's a handoff for Josh Jacobs up the middle to the 45. This Raiders team is a pass-first squad, but they do have one of the more powerful and intimidating run games in the NFL, so it's definitely going to be a challenge. Minshew now connects with the X-Factor tight end Boston Cappington, an alum of Missouri State University. He is one of 2 X Factors on this team, with the other, of course, being Josh Jacobs. There is the young star, Popeye Rainwater II, the second-year wideout out of Coastal Carolina, who brings it to the 17-yard line. There are a lot of really cool names on this Raiders team, I'm not going to lie. 2nd and 1 now from the 8. Vegas is marching on the doorstep. Minshew, short throw, back to Rainwater, he is in! Popeye Rainwater II, what a move! And what a touchdown, and the Raiders will tie it up. 2 pretty long drives from both teams to start the game, but they both find the end zone, and we're tied at 7. Jags with it. 3rd and 3, R.J. Ewell going nowhere. He lost about 4 on the play, wrapped up by Jonathan Abram, and the Jags will get a 3-and-out there, and they will be forced to punt it. A great stop by the Raiders defense, who don't have a lot of star-level players, but they do have a really well-rounded unit with not many holes. Nice throw there for the speedy wideout Henry Ruggs, the fifth-year pro out of Alabama. That'll do it for the first quarter. We've had ourselves a pretty good one so far. Jaguars 7, Raiders 7. Neither side has really looked a whole lot better than the other up to this point. Minshew, tough pass for Jacobs, who is flattered by Zaire Wiggins. Wiggins decided to play it safe, try to play the receiver rather than play the ball, which is what he would normally do there. Jags with it back, 3rd and 10, incomplete, broken up by Chidobe Awuzie. So after both teams drove down the field and got touchdowns, now the defenses are starting to look a lot better. Coco has not looked all that good, neither is Gardner Minshew. Raiders with it back, look at Josh Jacobs go! Down the field, 82 yards, untouched! No flags, touchdown Raiders! What a run by Josh Jacobs, who is not known for his big playability or his long speed, but he showed it on that run, and the Raiders are up 14-7. Jags with it back, and things would continue to get worse. Justin McGee, the former Westlake linebacker, with the interception. That was a really bad throw by Coco and Wosu. I don't know what he was trying to do. He intended it for Dede Winterblossom, who had 2 defenders right around him, and Justin McGee makes the play. Vegas with it back, 2nd and 8. Minshew throws it out of bounds, but there's a flag, and this is going to be a roughing the passer call against the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's called on the nickel corner, Isaiah Clemmings, and the past few minutes for Jacksonville have been nothing short of an utter disaster. First down, handoff for Jacobs. There's a somewhat good play. Miles Jack brings him down. Jack won AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week, and he only played in 2.5 quarters. He got injured in the 3rd, did not return, but he is healthy today, thankfully. 3rd and 6, screen for Jacobs. He is stopped on the play. Rashawn Babineau and Kaylavon Chason, among others, there immediately in the backfield. So the Raiders cannot get another touchdown here. They are going to attempt a field goal. It's a chip shot from around 30. It's good, and the Las Vegas Raiders are up by 2 scores. It's now 17-7. So Jacksonville gets it back, a 3rd down and 1 here. The offense has to get back on the right track because they've been pretty bad as of recent. They do get the first down there of Isaiah Sparks. Sparks has been pretty quiet today, and the top-ranked rushing offense in the NFL really has not got a whole lot going. Sparks hasn't played all that well, neither has R.J. Ewell. 3rd and 11, Coco going to try to run with it, and he only gets around 7. Wrapped up by Corey Littleton. So the Raiders get yet another stop. Their defense is on fire right now. And if they score a touchdown on this drive, they're up by 3 scores. So long story short, the Jags have to get a stop, and they will! The screen for Jacobs is broken up by Rashawn Babineau, and the Jags get it back with 1:37 in the half. This is a imperative drive for the offense. They have to score, or else they could be in trouble. Remember, the Raiders do start the second half on offense, keep in mind. 2nd and 10, it's a short throw for Casey Shock with a juke move, and he gets it inside the 50, and the Raiders have to call time because defensive tackle Maurice Hurst is hurt. That's a pretty big injury. Hurst is the anchor of the defensive line, and their D-line has played really well today. He'll go to the locker room, and he will not return. So a major blow for the Vegas defense. Jags have it back on offense. 2nd and 1. Nice throw for DJ Chark. Chark has been kind of quiet today. It seems like Casey Shock has been the go-to receiver so far for Coco. 2nd and 1 now. Isaiah Sparks with nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Huge run for Isaiah Sparks. The Jaguars had to get points on that drive, and they get a touchdown. They are right back in this game. It's now 17-14. The Raiders have about 20 seconds. We'll see if they try to drive down the field and possibly extend their lead before halftime. Minshew up the middle for Ruggs. He is quickly tackled. Miles Jack knows Henry Ruggs is really fast. He was like, no, you're not getting out in the open field, son. Raiders call time. They're down to 16 seconds from the 39. Minshew looking to throw it. Tough pass. Caught by Popeye Rainwater II. And Vegas would call their final timeout. I would expect probably a Hail Mary here. Minshew does not have the strongest of arms. So instead of going for the Hail Mary, the Raiders are going to run the ball up the middle. That's kind of an odd call. You could have gone for an out route and kick a 50-yard field goal, possibly. And if that doesn't work, you just go for the Hail Mary. Really strange play calling there by the Las Vegas Raiders, as that'll conclude the first half here in this one. It's been a good one. The Raiders currently lead 17-14. The Jags have not looked sharp, particularly on offense. And we'll see if the Jags can pick it up in the second half, or else their hopes of getting back-to-back Super Bowls will be flushed down the toilet. First down, it's a handoff for Josh Jacobs, who breaks a tackle. Jacobs has blocks! Josh Jacobs is unbelievable! A 65-yard touchdown run. And Josh Jacobs has been by far the best player on the field today. Another ridiculously long run. And I was expecting the Raiders to throw the ball like crazy today. They are a pass-first team, but it's been the Josh Jacobs show. 3rd and 7, nice pass for Casey Shock, who has 9 catches for 106 yards today. He has been really the only guy on this Jaguars offense who has shown up to this game, to be quite frank. 3rd and 5, Coco up the middle, tough pass, and it is caught by guess who? Casey Shock for yet another first down. 3rd and 2 now, handoff for R.J. Ewell. Woo! Nice little move. Ewell gets the juke, brings it to the 27. Probably his first good run of the game, if we're being honest. And R.J. Ewell's playoff struggles continue today. 2nd and 11. Coco gets it to DJ Chark. Chark with a nice move, and he is in for a Jaguars touchdown. Huge play for DJ Chark. The offense seemed a lot better on that drive. It feels like Coco's been timid throughout the first half, but he looked like himself on that possession. And the Jags bring it back down to 3. It's 24-21. Raiders with the football, and there are 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter, as it's D.D. Westbrook, the former Jaguar, over to the 41. Center Tyler Biadasz is hurt for the Raiders. That's a fairly significant injury for them. He would return to the game shortly after, however. 2nd and 2 now from the 22. Vegas is moving it down the field pretty nicely on this possession, as it's a handoff for Josh Jacobs. Jacobs says, "Get off me, son!" Breaking tackles like it's nothing inside to the 5. Josh Jacobs is 211 yards today. He probably won't break the record for most yards in a game, but he has a shot. 2nd and goal now from the 1. Back to Jacobs. Gets the hat trick. 3 rushing touchdowns for Josh Jacobs today. He is a man on a mission. So the Raiders are back up by 2 scores with 38 seconds left to go in the quarter. Coco Nwosu under a little bit of pressure. He's going to run with it. Coco with a great move. He gets into the 45-yard line for a gain of about 20. Great run there for Nwosu, and it really, as I said, it really feels like he's getting a lot more comfortable as this game has gone on. Nwosu on first down, backs up. He's comfortable enough to take this shot for the heavens. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 55-yard score for DJ Chark, his 2nd receiving touchdown of the third quarter. This is the Coco Nwosu we all know and love. A great third quarter there from Nwosu and the Jags offense, but they are still down by 3. We got to look at this throw again, though. He had enough time to throw it, launch in an absolute beauty. DJ Chark created enough separation from the corner to make the play, and it is a 31-28 ball game through 3. We have had ourselves a really exciting game up to this point, and the fourth quarter might be equally as exciting. Can the Raiders pull off the upset, or can the Jags get the comeback and get back to the Super Bowl for a 2nd straight season? From the 37, Gardner Minshew on first down. Has time, looking to throw it. It is caught by the tight end, Boston Cappington. Breaking tackles, he gets the first down to the 48, wrapped up by Julius Williams. And the Raiders offense continues to be really impressive today, even though Gardner Minshew hasn't really all been that good. He has not looked like an MVP candidate. 3rd and 4, Minshew under pressure, hit as he throws. Huge play by Miles Jack. Huge stop for the defense. And the offense returns with 7:39 to go. This is a major opportunity here for the Jaguars to keep the momentum rolling and get the lead back. Coco on first down, scrambling with it on Nwosu. Deep shot for Sparks. Whoop! Whoop! What a move by Isaiah Sparks! He is off to the races on the first play of the drive. An 82-yard receiving touchdown. That might be the play of the year thus far. An incredible reception for the rookie Isaiah Sparks. He's not had a lot of big plays today, but he was waiting for that one. And the Jags will take the lead. We got to look at this replay, man. Sparks broke the ankles of Chidobe Awuzie. Then he broke the ankles of Jonathan Abram and took it to the house for an 82-yard touchdown. Jacksonville finally is the lead back for the first time since the first quarter, but the Raiders are going to try to drive down the field and get it back. This will not help them, though. Tight end Boston Cappington is grabbing at what looks like his left knee. Thankfully for the Raiders, it would not be a serious injury. He should be able to come back later, but that's still a big deal. He's been pretty impressive in this game. At the 37, it's a screen for Josh Jacobs. He gets smothered in the backfield. There were 3 guys there to make the play. It's going to be Josh Jordan Jr., however, who gets credited with the tackle. Jacobs ended up losing 4 there, and it's now 2nd and 14, down to 6:16 left to go. Minshew under pressure. He is sacked. Noah Igbenogany comes in and gets the play. The first sack of the entire game for either team today. Both offensive lines, as you can tell, have been really good. 3rd and 23 now. Vegas needs a big play. Minshew, deep shot, and it is caught by Julius Williams, but he was not able to keep his feet in bounds. Could have been a big turnover there for the Jaguars, but they do get the ball back. 3rd and 1 from the 42. Coco, tough throw, and it's caught. What a pass by Nwosu for Daniel Romer. And Coco Nwosu has looked unbelievably good here in the second half. After a really rough first half performance, he's been flawless since halftime. 3rd and 5, another conversion, this time for DJ Chark. And the Jaguars are chipping away at this clock. Now about 3 minutes to go. Isaiah Sparks with the handoff, gets the juke. Sparks inside the 20. He would be wrapped up out of bounds, though. That does stop the clock. Nice tackle by Max Crosby. But the Jaguars are getting awfully close to this end zone, and a touchdown probably ices the game. First down, R.J. Ewell loses 3. A big tackle there by the Raider defense. It's Flowers. 2nd and 14 now, probably the final play before the 2-minute warning. As you can tell, the Jags are really chewing clock, and Isaiah Sparks loses 2 more yards. It's Jonathan Boston, the 4th, former first-round pick out of Louisville, who tackled him. And that'll officially bring us to the 2-minute warning. The Raiders need to get a stop here on 3rd down and 16, otherwise they are in trouble. Coco hands it off for R.J. Ewell. Ewell nearly got the first down. He's about a yard or 2 shy of the marker. The Jags could decide to go for it, but they're not. I think a lot of people are going to disagree with this call, but the rationale here is that the Jaguars want to play it safe. They just want to take a simple 7-point lead to where even if the Raiders score a touchdown, it's still tied. When the Jags were chewing clock on that possession, on 2 of the 3 runs, they lost yardage. So they don't want to possibly try to make some big risk and have it bite them in the butt at the end. So Volker Gantz makes the field goal. It's now 38-31. Can the Raiders drive down the field and tie it? They have 2 timeouts and plenty of time. That's a good start as Wardell McMillan, the rookie, holes in the reception. Now at the 38, Vegas going no huddle. Minshew, short throw for D.D. Westbrook, who gets it to about the 49. Westbrook is now injured on the play, and the Raiders are going to be forced to use a timeout, and they lose one of their better receivers. Boston Cappington, the tight end, is back in the game, however, as there's Popeye Rainwater II again, bringing it to the 32-yard line. Las Vegas is in field goal range, not that it really matters. Minshew, deep shot, intercepted by Zaire Wiggins, and this game looks like it's over. The best cornerback in the NFL with maybe the biggest play of the game. A huge interception for Zaire Wiggins, and that might have iced it. The Jags do have it backed up at the 2, so they can't kneel it yet. Sparks with the handoff, and I think he gets enough yards to give the Jaguars breathing room. So the Jags are going to kneel this clock out. As they always say, the best formation is victory formation. For the 2nd straight season, the Jaguars are headed back to the big dance. They are going to the Super Bowl once again. A really fun game here in this one. 38-31 is your final. The Raiders certainly made a tough one on us, but they are not going to be able to pull it off. And the Jaguars will be representing the AFC in Super Bowl 59. I think the number we're on is 59. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments if my number was incorrect there. But this was a really fun game, really from start to finish. An exciting playoff game. Coco Nwosu really struggled in the first half, and in the second half, he flipped a switch. He looked like a totally different player, and he was so good after that halftime. And had he not adjusted in the locker room, I don't think we would have won this game. Gardner Minshew was fine, not great, but not bad. The engine of the Raiders' offense was Josh Jacobs, who had 227 yards and 3 touchdowns. Casey Shock was great in his first game back, 10 catches for 113. DJ Chark scored twice, and a few guys on the Raiders stood out, such as Popeye Rainwater and Boston Cappington. Justin McGee had a great game, former Westlake Hornet. He had an interception along with Zaire Wiggins. Wiggins was also great per usual. He had the clinching interception, and he shut down Henry Ruggs all day. So there you go. We are now in the big game. Who are we going to play against? Look at the top of your screen. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have defeated the Arizona Cardinals. Here's a look at the Pro Bowl rosters for what it's worth. No Jaguars in here because, well, guess what? We're in the Super Bowl. This is the matchup I wanted all along. Going into these playoffs, I figured whoever we play, it'll be fun. But the two teams I really wanted to face off against were the Raiders and the Bucs. The Raiders for Gardner Minshew, and the Bucs because, well, they're really, really good. Tampa Bay is 14-2, so we might go into this game as the underdogs. The Bucs started the season off 2-2, and they have not looked back. They won their final 10 regular season games, and they've also won their first 2 playoff games, beating the Saints 28-24 and the Saints 27-24. Tampa Bay has an incredible offense led by second-year quarterback Aiden Kentz, and I feel like to end this series, it all kind of comes back full circle because very early in this series, we introduced Kentz as this generational QB prospect when he was a freshman out of Virginia. Then eventually, a few years later, he was drafted number 1 by the Bucs, and he has developed into a star. Malik Perkins is their running back. He's very good. Look at their wide receivers. They have the goddamn Avengers here. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Marquise Parks, Cassius Troy, Quintel Murphy, O.J. Howard. This team has so many weapons. Defensively, they're not great. They do have a few really good players. Vita Vea had 12.5 sacks. Devin White is really good. Ronnie Harrison, the former Jaguar, is really good. But this team scores a lot of points, and they allow a lot of points. So I wouldn't be surprised if this Super Bowl ends up being pretty high scoring. I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Next time will be the big game, Super Bowl 59, between the 2-1 seeds, the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Should be a fun one. Hope everybody enjoyed. Peace out.